Hi, welcome to my first video on this new Forever world. Now, if you are new here, welcome in. If you're not, you might be wondering what happened to the old world. Um, well, it's been a year or two since I've uploaded a video, I think. And in between those, I had to update from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and like an idiot, I forgot to make a backup of my worlds. So I lost not only that single player world, but a bunch of other worlds that I had, creative and everything. So it's a bummer that I lost them. But you live, you learn from your mistakes, and now we know make backups. That goes for you too, in case. There's also a bug that I heard with this recent update, not the one that I'm playing on right now, but previous, where a lot of people also lost their worlds, and that's kind of sucks. Yeah, it really does suck. Yeah, that update also kind of broke the game. There was a bunch of bugs with it included. We had texture glitches. I know for me personally, I had the bug where if you were playing on mouse and keyboard and you turn left and right pretty quick, the mouse would tab you out of the game, and it got pretty annoying to play at times. This series is actually supposed to. Oh, this series was supposed to start back in November, but because of that one update, I decided to push it back, and I'm recording this at the beginning of December. I'm not sure when this video is gonna go out, but at least the game is playable for now. That is, we'll see how long this keeps up. Oh, look, we got a wandering trader that showed up. You have anything good? I heard they revamped their trades. Oh, okay. I kind of want some of this stuff, especially this mangrove propagule, but I don't have the emeralds. I don't really feel like doing villages right now. Let's go ahead and get started with today's video, though. I plan on building our starter base, obviously. Most people do that in the first video. And I think I'm gonna do it up somewhere up there so that we be overlooking this village. Now, the first project for this world is gonna be revamping said village here. Uh, I'm gonna try to keep it somewhat tamed. Obviously, I don't want to go like big castle mansion, whatever thing. Gonna be somewhat small houses. I kind of want to make this feel like a vanilla village, but like a little bit more added to it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if you're wondering about the seed, I did do some seed scouting, and I don't know, I really fell in love with the idea of living in between mountains and stuff. I don't know, it seems cool. Let me sleep real quick. I don't want no zombies coming out here. All right, so to get started here, I'm thinking we go ahead and go exploring, because for the build I have in mind, I am gonna need a lot of the other wood types, and so far I've only collected spruce. Speaking of that, I've actually changed the texture of spruce to match the one on Java. Ooh, oh, dang, he got smacked. Ooh, and the pearl, nice. But yeah, I switched the texture from Bedrock edition to the Java one solely because the one on Bedrock is like extremely dark, and it's very comparable to Dark Oak, the Dark Oak stripped version of this, and I'm just not a fan of it. And I figured since Java has it, I might as well bring it over to Bedrock. That's the only thing I changed. Uh, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna need Dark Oak, I'm pretty sure, and maybe some jungle. The good thing about this seed is I believe most of the biomes are within 1,000 to 2,000 blocks from this location here. So it shouldn't be too hard to find it. Oh, is that a black dog? Look at this. What is he doing? Is he mad at the fox? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not very nice, but hey, a black dog. Let me get my leads that I randomly picked up from the watering trader. We're not going to talk about that. Where are you? Here you are. I am going to have to make a fence real quick, but oh, where'd he go? Oh, it's actually kind of hard to see this guy. I am going to hold on to him until we get bones to tame him. All right. Whenever we get a name tag, we'll be able to name him and everything, but for now, That should keep him from despawning on us until we get bones and all that. What was that noise? That did not sound like a dog. Okay, let's get our adventure started here now, shall we? Well, I just realized the game audio was not being captured there, so you couldn't even hear that dog scream, but it definitely didn't sound like a dog. And hopefully, you should be able to hear the game sounds now if I fix it. I'm not sure the odds of finding this without a map is, but I ended up finding a treasure map thing here, or a chest at least, not the map. Uh, I'm just out here gathering some gravel because I'm gonna need some force there, and I'm doing this like torch method because early game mining this with a stone shovel is not it. In my opinion, this is quicker. But yeah, look at this, our first diamond and a bunch of iron. That's gonna be very helpful. Also, we got a couple of armor pieces that I haven't put on yet. Let me go ahead and put this on. Oh, and a name tag. I just saw that. We can name our dog once we tame it. But yeah, that's kind of insane, isn't it? All right, I'm pretty sure I have enough gravel gathered here. 3 stacks is more than enough, more than I need. Let's go ahead and head back here real quick. I want to go ahead and show. Oh, floating ferns. What? I want to go ahead and show you guys the progress since our little adventure. I have been slowly grinding some trees to get the logs that we are going to be needing because I don't think I mentioned it, but our starter base is kind of going to be a log cabin. Might be a bit of a spoilers, but I'm pretty sure you saw the build in the thumbnail of this video, or at least I plan to have it there. Right then, here we are back at the village where everything started. And as you guys can see, I have been planting some of the tree saplings that we got on our adventure earlier. The little dog there. So far we've collected a good amount of wood. We are going to need a bit more oak and birch for the build that I have in mind, which shouldn't take me too long. I just can see back there I have some trees already growing up and some oak trees, saplings right here. Just waiting for them to grow. You know how early... What? What was our dog doing? What was that? That was weird. Yeah, I need to get this guy named. Oh, was that a creeper? Okay, we gotta sleep. We gotta sleep. Right then, yeah. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, I have most of the stuff we need to build. I think we're missing a couple of blocks, but practically I have everything. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the little area that I cleared up here. All right, here we are. I think this is a perfect spot to place our little log cabin here. One, it'll give us a good vantage point of this village that we are, I was about to say city, the village that we plan on improving down there. And also it kind of separates us a bit so we're not too close to them. Also, I hoping I don't get snow on my roof. We are kind of close to like up there. And I think, if I'm not sure, it starts, whenever it rains, it starts snowing. I'm, I'm not a really big fan of snow on, on the roof, but if that does happen, we can always put, you know, like string down or something to prevent that. So I've gone ahead and moved our chest up here, just to make it easier for me instead of running down there and up whenever we run out of anything. And I also got a blueprint down here. So all that's left for us to do here is to get to building. Shall we start? All right, so our build is coming along. Before I do anything else, though, I kind of want to get some of these villagers up there. I do want to do a little bit of trading. That way, we get started on getting our enchants going here. Now, with this new update, I think they made it easier to move villagers. I just need to get two of these guys in here and see if I could try to persuade some of these guys to get closer to the boat. There we go. So yeah, I laid out all the beds out here because well, I didn't want to be running around making sure all the villagers were here. So each time it got dark, they would run out here and slowly but surely they would make their way to here. We actually have a pretty decent amount here. I've been trying to sleep so that zombies don't spawn in. Although I do hear some. I think there's like a cave underneath or something. Let's go ahead and move this guy up here. So it should be as simple as connecting that to that. And then we just walk. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they made it so much easier to move these guys, especially going up these like 1 block high things. Because back then I would put like a bucket or something down, but now if you get far enough and keep jumping, yeah, there you go. You see, it like rubber bands up, so that'll make it super easy for me to get them up there. So I think I got the starter house to a place that I think is nearly completed. There are some stuff I would like to add, but I don't have my hands on it this early on into the series. Uh, and again, guys, we are on episode 1 and there are some blocks that we can't get a hold of. Let me go ahead and give you guys a bit of a tour here. And as you guys can see, we do got a couple of custom trees here. I try not to go too overboard with it because we are early game and it is kind of a pain in the butt to get these leaves because shears break pretty easily. But coming down here, I went ahead and removed the trees that were here and replaced them with our own custom trees. Now, I do want to add one more here, but I'll probably add that in between episodes. But coming down here, we got some leaves, some stones here across our path, some flowers. And this leads us into our storage room. I decided to give us some room here for in the future we expand some more chests on this wall or that wall, or maybe a couple of farms. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. Coming back out here, we have our main path up here. As you guys can see, some more flowers here, grass, stones, a little wheat field here. Because as you guys know, wheat early game is very important. Not only for breeding, but also for food if you're that desperate. We got some barrows out here. And yeah, the path kind of ends here. This ends up, hopefully in the future, I plan on connecting it to something down there. Like a building, or I'll just extend the path further that way. We'll see. Same with that path over there. But coming back into the front of the build here, we have a little overhang here, and I might be able to squeeze in a couple more barrels up here. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll do that in between episodes. But let's go ahead and take a look inside real quick. As you guys can see, I do got some villagers here. I went ahead and locked them. If you guys aren't aware, it's very hard to trade with villagers on Bedrock because if you don't lock them before you want them to be the profession they want, so librarian here for our enchanted books, they would probably link up to one of these barrels, and then in order to make them a librarian again, you'd have to destroy every single barrel here until it linked up into it. So that's kind of why I moved these guys in before I just started to like decorate anything in here. Which, speaking of the interior here itself, it is coming along. Obviously, there's a lot of decorating blocks that I don't currently have that I wish I did. But for right now, I think this is all right for a first episode here. And yeah, a little living room here. I need to put a trapdoor here. Aside from that, I think this place is coming along. I do kind of want to put like a map here maybe of the area so that we could, see our progression of us developing this land here. But I think that's all we had time for in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys come around for the next episode. Look at this shot. Actually, it was completely unplanned, but I saw this earlier and I was like, wow, look at that. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.